Welcome to the Royal Touch Podcast. We are your hosts, the Royal Wheels. We are a skate team based out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And we are here to bring you the latest news from inside the ring. Let's go.
We are back with our Royal Touch Podcast with your hosts. This is me referencing to you, Keith. Normally one person.
King Royal.
And Disco Mamas, and we are here with a very special guest, Smoove, who just dropped 2022's Skate Album of the Year, Major Skate, and he is joining us today. He's half CEO and songwriter / producer at Major Music, which is an independent music label on the East Coast. We will put all of his social media handles, his websites, all the links to get his music in our show notes, caption, whatever.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you every time I try to thank the skate community worldwide, because I got a lot of support. You already know, you, Skate with Grace, so many other people. I could go on for a little while, but I'm just very, very humbled by the amount of support and how welcoming it's been, just introducing a new kind of genre of music. And it just wasn't something that was typical at the time. So I just wanted to be as creative. And I actually spent a lot of time studying a lot of you guys. You just didn't know it. I was watching your videos. And of course, that's where a lot of the musical inspiration came from, by me understanding the skaters, the style of skate, looking at the dress, the attire, the different, drip that everybody has. It was enlightening. It was really enlightening. So that's my intro, is saying thank you. I appreciate you.
It is such an honor to meet you. For our viewers who might not know, JD shouted me and Skate with Grace out in one of his songs, and we've collabed with him on several projects in the past, and that's just wow. I used to go to so many concerts when I was 19, 20 years old. I wanted my name in a song, or a song inspired by me, so badly. You have no idea how much you made my dreams come true with that.
Nah, it's crazy because I watched you and I was just first your name, you can't forget Disco Mamas. It's only one. Nobody can be Disco Mamas Part 2, 2 times Disco Mamas. You got that legendary stamp on that name. I gotta let the skaters know that I'm paying attention, and that, you're a part of this creation that, we putting together. And like I said, everybody was super receptive, but it goes back to the community and the culture. You guys made the album because I'm talking about you pretty much throughout the entire album, and the different videos and the experiences that I've had just at different rinks too,
How long have you been skating, and what made you really get on these wheels? What made you really have the passion for skating?
I started skating when I was younger, probably maybe 12, 13. And then got caught up playing basketball, football, baseball, everything. So never really had the time to indulge in it. As of recent, just getting back into it. I actually just came off of a shoulder injury. So I had to have complete shoulder repair and a bicep tendinosis repair. So I'm getting ready actually to get right back on my skates, because the doctors just released me. The whole time that I actually recorded the album, I was fresh out of surgery.
Oh, God.
With, my wrap, my shoulder, everything. And I was literally going to therapy, going back to the studio, and I was just looking at videos. That's where I kind of came up with the song Keep Pushing. It was just one of those days, and I just kept telling myself, now you just got to keep pushing through this. And then I just turned it into a skate song. And I think I may have mentioned Buck Wild and a few other people in that record. It was the first community culture that I had ever witnessed recently. And I was everybody, no matter what you do for a living, black, white, Asian, whatever, Hispanic, everybody comes together and skate. It's not about the tax bracket. It's not about the car you drive, the house, your job, who's the flyest, none of that. If you're nice on quads, everybody's going to step back and watch you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else matters. And I just thought that was super cool. And then I saw 65-year-old, 70-year-old people skating with 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds. And I just thought it was dope to see a community where like the gap that would typically be there because of the age difference or the culture difference, like it really wasn't there. Everybody just, it's a whole vibe. To me, it's like, it's really doper than going to the club, to be honest, man. Because it's like, you listening to the music, you know, you vibing with your people, everybody's dancing in their own zone, and 2 or 3 hours later, you burn some calories.
I love what you said about getting in the studio and creating this album when you were out with an injury, because like I broke my wrist roller skating and I really struggled to find a way to stay connected with the skate community and like with like that movement and inspiration of music and everything. So I think that's awesome that you could take that and like transform it into something really beautiful.
I can announce now, like we're actually in the process of working with multiple school systems eventually, but we're going to do a pilot program where I'm actually bringing a roller skating therapy after school program.
Love that.
Elementary school age children to like kind of just do some things with them 2 to 3 times a week after school, and using roller skating as a part of like just a part of their mental health.
That's incredible. I
think that is amazing.
Once we finish up the paperwork, I'll most definitely get it to you, because it might be something that we can work out, and I can come out and do some workshops in your area, and we can try to get some things going in some of these other schools and create some jobs for some of these skaters too, to, you know, go in and do something that they love and teach, you know, something like that.
I love that. And I know Royal Wheels, I mean, not to speak for Keith and his business, but I'm sure Royal Wheels would love to help you out with whatever you need for that.
Yeah, Billy Thompson, the guy who does rolling in the Carolinas at K Skating Rink, like he's a partner with me on it too, and they're actually going to be donating the skates to the kids. So upon like the kids completing the program, the end of the school year, they'll be able to actually keep a pair of skates, and they're going to be some quality skates. Now they can start their roller skating journey and kind of just have fun with it through the summer and just get better and better.
That's amazing. That
is amazing. That is some outstanding things. That's what I like to see when it comes to skating. That is amazing. So what is your skate style? Like, what do you feel like where do you feel like you fit in? Do you feel like you a JV skater? Do you feel like you a jam skater? What do you think you are or feel you are?
I would say more jam. But I will say that one of my goals is to create a major skate. Your style is major skate, and it's going to be not just the style, but it's going to be the attitude. It's going to be, you know, the way you come into the rink. Like, I want major skate to become like a lifestyle.
Do you skate to your own music? Well, I guess you created your music after you couldn't skate. So, but like, are you going to skate to your own music?
Oh, yeah. And I'm actually working on Volume 2 right now for Major Skate Volume 2. So I'm going to drop that 2023. We have a couple other projects. I have an artist that I actually just signed, and so we're working on her project. But one thing that I am going to work on, because a lot of artists that I work with, different genres of music, is I'm trying to incorporate skaters more in the music videos. So as you saw, like in the first one I did at the rink, it was me just wanting to highlight the skaters along with the participants that I did the IG collabs with. And so that's why you saw that too, like on the second half of the video. But I want to make roller skaters like mainstream and just music, period, as far as when it comes to entertainment. Like, Usher did a great thing when he did his residency in Vegas, with having everyone on the stage. And I feel like it doesn't have to just be Usher. Like, it could be so many other artists. So that's one thing that we're already incorporating as we speak right now for her first music video. And it may not be a skate song, but you will see some skaters in there, and they most definitely will be skating to it in the rink. I promise.
I like that. Now that I like. That's something I feel like is a very big thing.
My motto is skaters are the new A&Rs. A lot of people are probably just figuring it out, but if you want to know if you got like a tough song, you want to know if you got a real record, put it in the skate. Put it in the skate world. If they can JB, jam, shuffle, freestyle, if they start meeting in the middle and they just start free, like, you know, you got something, because it's no different from going to the club and you playing something, everybody starts dancing. It's the same vibe. So for me, I'm just like, you want to know if you got something, ask a skater, see what they think.
It's funny, I was just listening to like one of our first season episodes of the podcast where we talked about like skate music and DJs. Like we all kind of agreed if like everyone on the floor either like exits or just starts standing around when a song is playing, the DJ needs to get his shit together and change it up. What kind of music besides your own do you usually skate to?
I say Marvin Gaye, little Michael Jackson, of course James Brown. I would say Biggie, Jay-Z, Ice Cube, and shockingly, I would say Future.
You be skating hard. You be skating real hard.
You gotta get in and you gotta get out, man. You gotta get that solid 45 minutes to an hour. You get that sweat and it's time to go now. You can cool down. Like, I haven't really gotten into the slow sets yet because I'm used to being active. You know, the slow sets, they may come. You may see me dip one day.
If you ever need dipping, slow sesh, whatever, Keith is your guy.
Gotcha.
He taught me everything I know about the slow skate.
It's so crazy because I had never witnessed it. The different videographers like, QC Skate TV, like a couple other guys like Skate Life. I've watched like the edits and I'm sitting here like the dipping look like so erotic, like it's crazy. Like, I'm looking like, yo, this is a real art. Like, it's wild, yo. It's wild. I got so much respect for it. So much. I feel like somebody gonna give out though one day.
As a skater coming up, we all got our influencers, our people that we learn from, the person that we get most of our style from. Who do you feel like you actually get your style from? Or what is your most big influential skater that you would get your style from?
Oh, man. That's a tough one. I'm going to tell you, the person that I've been watching probably for a long time, other than Disco and Grace, I've been watching her probably for about a year. And I think that even though she's a female, and I'm saying 3 females, all 3 bring something different to the table. Her name is Casey Skate. She's probably like up and coming, but I've watched her and I don't think it's nothing that I haven't seen her try or she can't do. She's like a energy person, so she's on it. She's aggressive. But like when I look at Disco, like you make it look easy. Like you make it look effortless. And I've watched you in so many different elements. Like it just kind of looks like a mermaid in water. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're gonna make me cry.
Nah.
I like to think of myself as like a fairy, like with like wings.
Yeah.
That's how I like picture myself when I'm skating. I'm just like tee.
Yeah, so it's the body language, the vibe you give off. And then Grace just has that, like, it's just kind of like she adjusts her crown. You know what I mean? She kind of skates with a sense of royalty. Like, she knows what she's doing. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of guys I look at, but, watching you 3, it kind of see like, it's like Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know what I mean?
That's a compliment right there.
That's like huge. Like,
I most definitely want to see y'all all vibe out together. Like, I think the vibes would most definitely be dope.
Definitely. When Grace and I get together, we're like, all right, heads are together. We got this. Here's the beat. Here's the little steps we're going to do. And we're just flowing with it.
Where do you feel like your home is? Because I don't call it a rink after you've been there and you know this is home. Where is home for you?
I gotta give all the love, like right now, like to Kate's has been a phenomenal place. It's so hard, like, because I'm physically in Kate's, but I've been in Venice Beach, like vocally, you know what I'm saying? Like to know the amount of love I've gotten out of Venice Beach with my song Venice Vibes, like in the rink, Kate's, but it's something that just, it's a different vibe when you talking about Cali. That's one of my big goals is to be able to get out to Venice and skate once I get back comfortable and doing my thing.
Keys, what do I tell you about Venice? What do I tell you about Venice?
She say the same thing every time.
It's the vibe, bro. Like, even just knowing how legendary those afternoons in the parks are, like, studying the history of it. It's wild to even be able to say like, oh man, I have conversations with Buck Wild, like, you know, knowing what he's been a part of. And it's like, yo, just the lineage that people who kind of like paved the way for setting a lot of the trends, giving the culture just something different with what they brought to it. Because everybody knows, like, every region just has a different style. You know, Chicago is different. You know, Michigan, you go St. Louis, you go out to Oregon, you go Cali, Texas, Atlanta, Florida, you know, Pittsburgh, Jersey, New York, like Carolinas is very different. Even the DMV, very different. And it's so dope to see like the different styles, the different, you know, swag everybody come out with. And then the different music is what's crazy. So that was like a big thing for us creating an album also, was just trying to make sure we had a record that could touch every region, like have at least one record out of the 8, like, well, I think I have like 11 or 12 out now. But at least one of those records, somebody is going to be like, all right, I want to add that to my skate list.
I'm going to need a slow song out you because, you know, Grand Rapids is known for slow backwards. I don't care what nobody say on it.
I got you. Say no more. Say no more. I got 2 kind of little chill records. Let me see what you can do with it.
Oh, don't say less with that. I do that.
Okay, are there any artists out there that you would want to collaborate with on a skate album?
I think I would like to do something with DJ Khaled. It's going to sound crazy, but like I could most definitely see, I think it would probably see a dope combo between Chris Brown and maybe Drake and maybe somebody like Tiana Taylor.
That's where your slogan come in right there. That's all you had to say. That's
yeah,
all you had to say right there. That's gonna make your hit.
and that's why I had to give you that combo. So I would say I would love to produce a record for them and then work with Khaled in producing a record too. On the flip side, I'd probably like to do a record with Pitbull and Flo Rida too for a skate song, a summer skate song, like straight party.
I can see that. That would go crazy.
Yeah.
What type of skates do you rock? You a Rydell, man? A violin? What you wear?
Right now, Rydell, because I'm just getting back into it. I've had my eye on the Godfathers for a minute, and I don't know what it is. I'm just curious to maybe just get a pair. And then one thing I was thinking about I haven't done, I'm trying to see who I'm gonna let do it. I was thinking about getting a pair of slates and just taking a pair of my OG ones and then, you know, letting them do what they do and kind of just freaking them out, just something different.
I want Slades. But I want like a Nike Air Force One.
Yeah, those are hard too.
But then like I want to customize all the colors like in the color lab thing, you know, like that they do online, and then I can never settle on like what pair I want because I kind of just want like a classic white. But Keys has a thing about white girls and not being able to keep their Air Forces clean if they have white ones, and I know I would be so like serious. That. I know I would be like that.
Serious. That will not fly. You will not escape to me with that shit on your feet.
Don't get her the black Caesar though.
No, she can't wear that.
Oh man, ain't nobody gonna be skating with you.
Man.
You gotta get a pair of the OG ones and do it with the OG ones, the Jordans. Get you a pair of them.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Just not white.
Switching things up a bit, what do you do outside of skating and music? Or is skate and music like the whole vibe for you?
I'm a big mental health advocate. My nonprofit, which is Icon, and it basically stands for Imagine Control Over Nothing. Winning half the battle is just realizing that whatever, you know, life hands you, you just got to learn how to dance in the rain. You have no control over what's going to happen tonight, tomorrow, next week. All you can do is the best you can do, and you just vibe out from there. We do a lot of like community giving back as far as sponsoring different families, not just for holidays, but we basically sponsored a family just because it was Friday, you know, and just fed the family for the entire weekend. Provide clothes, just your everyday things that you need as far as, you know, hygiene products and things of that nature for people who are just, you know, less fortunate or having a rough time right now, could just use the extra help. My whole vibe is like, you know, you want to get, then you got to go out here and you got to give. The more you give, the more you shall receive. It's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? So I'm always trying to look for a way to just help people, because in return I have, you know, been very, very fortunate.
I love that. No lie, the mental health is a very big thing. I feel like skating and mental health go together. That's me, period. I swear, because skating has been my therapy my whole life. I don't know
Facts.
anything besides that, but I definitely believe in that, and I definitely believe in giving back to anybody less fortunate. And I love that. That is a beautiful message. That is wonderful.
I think I witnessed it during like COVID, and I just watched how everybody bought up all the workout equipment, all the bicycles, all the skates. But I realized like how it just increased when I just started seeing people skating more outside. But then I started seeing skate videos go up like left and right. And then I started doing some research. And I actually have somebody who's doing some research for me right now also in regards to just the extreme benefits socially, mentally, and physically. And then working on that in regards to like childhood obesity. And that's where, like I said, the after school program comes in. With the skates, you're kind of getting into a situation where now it's like being on a motorcycle. You got to focus, you got to zone everything out, because if not, then you're going to fall or get hurt, etc. So you get in the zone with the music, you get in the zone with skating, and it's just that focus that allows you to kind of just forget about all the other unnecessary things that's going on in life at the time. So it's like a great stimulant, but a great antidepressant too. You know what I'm saying?
As somebody who's taken like many different antidepressants, tried all the things, tried all the SSRIs, you know, there's nothing that touches those like skating does for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have been going through an incredibly rough breakup right now.
I'm inspired by all of you. Like I said, without the skate world allowing me to kind of just use you as inspiration for every record, I mean, hey, I don't know what it would be. This comes from me sitting back and just being an observation and just studying the culture and just breaking it down. So many things that's, like I said, the mental health, like just not being in a social norm and being able to explore and meet different people from, you know, different countries, different ways, different backgrounds, like, and it's all respect and it's all love. So like I said, I'm humbled by, you know, being received and being valued and, you know, being heard. So like I said, we have more music to come, and a lot of the things that we want to do, we're going to try to incorporate skating in pretty much everything. So it's major skate.
I love that so much. I just thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. I thank you for the interview. Look, honestly, small business starter myself, I appreciate it. This is like a big honor to me. I thank you for, you know, looking at this, though, mama, putting her a record. I really do appreciate you and what you do for the skate community, and I can't wait to see where you go forward in life with everything you're doing.
Man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for JD Smoove coming through and blessing us with all of his music, all of his advice, his mental health. I can't wait to interview more people. I cannot wait to talk to more people, and I am so glad that the skating community is listening to the Royal Touch podcast. And thank you to Faye for putting this stuff together. Thank you.
We love you all. Good night.
Thank you for listening to The Royal Touch. We are The Royal Wheels. Be sure to stay connected with us through social media. Our links will be in the show notes. Please make sure to follow this podcast so you don't miss an episode. You can support the podcast by Cash Apping Royal Wheels LLC. Thank you, and we'll see you at the ring. Deuces.